My husband and I met 15 years ago. We've been married for 10, and we have two beautiful children together. Our son is 8, and our daughter 6. Our marriage has been great so far. We've had our ups and downs, but what marriage doesn't? I've stuck by him through trying times, and he's done the same for me. So generally for us, you can say, life is good. Before we got married and after, I would say things like, my husband can cheat if he wants to. He shouldn't just bring that shit home. Or, all men cheat. Mine better be clever and make sure I don't find out. But I later realized that that is trash thinking and shitty talk. I realized this after what my cousin had said to our other cousin who was about to get married. She said, women who say they're okay with their husbands cheating are not confident in themselves or who God has created them to be. When you say your man can cheat if he wants to, then you want him to cheat. And no, you're not going to be okay with it, whether you know about it or not. She went on to say, women who say this are speaking out into the universe. The universe will accept what they put out, and she'll make it happen. There's power in the tongue. And she finally concluded with, any woman who approaches your husband or leads him on or agrees to have an affair with him will continually have a smelly pussy. And we all laughed and said, yes, amen. But I secretly thought to myself, what have I been saying all these years? Why would I ever say my husband can cheat if he wants to when I'm clearly not okay with even the thought of it? My cousin was right. There really is power in the tongue. So from then on, I changed my thinking. About 2 months ago, the kids and I were in New York and we decided to visit my friend in Connecticut. So we hopped on the train for our weekend trip. The kids were very excited. COVID hasn't let anyone have fun in a long time. We took the kids out the next day. At the mall, my girl and I were deep in a conversation about a dress when her daughter ran to us. She grabbed my friend and pointed towards my son and another boy who were playing together. And she said, they're like twins. My friend and I looked at the boys and then at each other so surprised. We started to walk towards them as we laughed in shock at the resemblance. But just then we heard someone who was clearly the other boy's mother yell, Kai Jr., there you are. And in a split second, I thought, Kai Jr.? Not only does your son look like mine, you had to take my husband's name too? And then I saw her face. And all the puzzles started to fall in place without me even trying. You see, Kai Jr.'s mother was my husband's business partner's ex-wife. Yes, you heard right, but I'll say it again. Kai Jr.'s mother was married to one of my husband's business partners. But I hadn't seen her since the first year of my marriage. When she saw me, she froze. It looked like she had seen a ghost. My friend noticed how we were both just looking at each other, and she said to her, "Oh, hi, you're his mother?" And she responded, "Hi, yes, I am." And just then I heard myself call her by her name. "Hey, is that you?" She was obviously nervous when she responded, "Oh, hi, it's been so long. Are these your kids? They're so cute. And how's your husband?" I responded saying, "Yes, thank you, and he's fine." She didn't even try to have a conversation with us. She just grabbed her son and rushed out saying she has so many errands to run. And I looked at her thinking, "You're lying." My investigative self started digging from that day because things weren't adding up. Nothing was making any sense. But I was about to make sense of it all. So I found out everything I could about May. I'm talking where she lives, where she works, where her son goes to school. My husband had said years back that he wasn't sure why his partner and May split. All he knows is that she left him. Well, the truth is, she got pregnant for someone else and then left her husband. And I just found out last week that someone else was my husband. Just in case you're wondering how old Kai Jr. is, well, he's 10, going on 11. Which means my husband has been cheating on me even before we got married. Her house, her son's upkeep, everything she owns was bought by my husband. So basically, this man has had another family for years, even before we started having kids together. He still visits them and stays at May's house. Someone described them to me as such a beautiful family. I'm sitting here, writing this with tears in my eyes, in a seriously confused mind, thinking, I don't know what to do. I know none of this is my fault, but I do blame myself for not thinking or speaking right. My husband ticked all the right boxes, but here we are today. Do I leave? Or do I stay? Right now, I don't have the answer. I have confronted him, and he's been apologizing, but that's not even helping. I pray God speaks, and I pray that I hear him clearly for myself and for my children. And that's it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed that episode. Let's continue the conversation below. I will say, learn to think right and you speak right. Positive thoughts. Positive thoughts. No matter what people around you are saying, think right. Have a beautiful weekend. Stay beautiful, stay positive, and remain blessed. See you next week.